Hi Sam, how are you?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
Good. Looks like this video session is working quite well, just having logged in. You said if you were able to see me okay?
Yep, I can see you very well, yep.
Yeah, and you can hear everything it seems?
I think so, yeah.
Good. So for this session, we sent you a whole pack in an envelope. Do you have the envelope that we sent you? Okay, perfect. So in this, there should be a pack. And I'll ask you at some point to get out, so it's okay, you don't have to get it out yet, but there'll be a pack with just some pictures and just some things for you to do. And then when that happens, what I'd like is for you to be able to angle your camera down. Can you try and do that? Just angle your camera down to like your desk or the table you're on.
Like that?
Brilliant. Yeah, that should work, that's perfect. Brilliant. So can you try and angle it back so I can see your face again? Yes, nice. Okay, that's the main technical bits out of the way, so we know the camera works and we can see what you're doing. Brilliant. Do you have a pen with you?
Yes.
Yes, good. Brilliant. So let's just start the task. So what I'll do is just screen share so you can see some of the things that I want you to have a look at. And I'll just show you what I want you to see, and that's this one. So this is our booklet of tasks. So the first ones are just some pictures for you to name.
Okay.
So have a look. What's that?
A
Tell
hippo.
me what that is.
A hippo.
Brilliant. And then what's this one?
A watermelon slice.
Yeah. And then what's this one?
A filing cabinet.
Brilliant. And then finally,
A pear.
so for the next task, I'm going to ask you to open your pack and get out the whole bunch of papers, and the front sheet should look something like this, what you see now on the screen.
Oh yeah.
So you should have a page that has those pictures on, right? Okay,
Yeah.
I'm going to stop sharing, you've got the right page. Now, the task here is for you to just show me what some of these items are. So I'm going to ask you if you can angle your camera down again, so I can see what you're doing. Great. Now, can you show me which one is the fruit? Yeah. Yeah, that's okay. You can just keep it facing you. I've got what I need. Can you point to the animal? And then finally, can you point to the tool? Perfect. Thank you very much. That's it. Okay, you can angle your camera back up so I can see you again. Brilliant. Now, for the next bit, you don't need any bits of paper, and you just have to listen to me. And I'm actually going to ask you to just close your eyes for a second. Just keep them closed. I'm just going to ask you a few questions. It's just so you can't look at anything whilst I ask you. So, can you tell me which city or town you're in?
Oxford.
Yeah, keep your eyes closed. Can you tell me what part of the day it is, roughly?
The afternoon.
Yeah. And then can you tell me what month we're in?
October.
Yeah, and finally, what's the year?
2020.
Fantastic. Okay, you can open your eyes again. Good, thanks. Okay, so for this next task, I'm going to share my screen again so you can have a look at something I want to show you. So hold on a second. So here's my screen. Can you see that okay? It should just be blank.
Yep.
Okay, so here's a sentence for you to read. If you can have a go at just reading out the sentence out loud.
Have any of the islands got a key? Thought the Colonel, sitting on his yacht.
Excellent, thank you. So this is also something you're going to have to remember. So I'm going to ask you about this again at the end. So for that purpose, I'm just going to read it to you once more so you've got it in mind to try and remember until the end. Have any of the islands got a key? Thought the Colonel, sitting on his yacht. Okay, so I'm going to stop sharing here and move on to the next task. So for this next task, you're going to need your pack of papers again. So if you remember what you had with the pictures on, the next page should just have some lines on them. Can you see your page just with lines on? Okay, so would you mind, yes, perfect, thank you. Would you mind angling your camera down again so it just points at the papers for me? Brilliant. So now I'm just going to ask you to write down a few things. So the first thing I'm going to ask you to write down is just some numbers. The way to write them down is just in figures, don't try and spell it out. So the first number is 708. So on the top line, 708. And then on the next one, 15,200. So 15,200. And then finally 400. So just 400. Perfect. Okay. So you can leave it angled down. I'm just going to try and show you and share my screen again for the next task, which is here. Hang on, it's coming. Okay. Can you see this okay?
Yep.
Yeah, so there's just a few calculations. So if you can tell me what's 6 plus 3?
9.
Yeah. 7 plus 9?
Yeah, 16.
And 8 minus 5?
3.
And finally 36 minus 17?
19.
Okay, perfect. Thank you very much. I'm going to stop sharing. So if you get out your pack again,
Yep.
you should hopefully have a page. So if you turn over the one that you've been writing on with the numbers, you should have a page that just has hearts on them in a line. Yes, perfect. So with this one, if you could angle it so it's landscape, so flat in front of you, so the little line of hearts is in the middle of you, and it should try and be in the middle of your body. So if at this point now again you can angle your camera and I can just see what you're doing and you can just listen hopefully to me and understand the question. So yeah, that's good. So try and really have it in the middle of you as nicely as possible. That looks nice. So if you take your pen and then with your pen go through the hearts, and the task is to make sure you just cross through the complete hearts. So not the ones that have got a gap, just the ones that are fully complete. And you'll see that at the top, you've got those 2 lines.
Yep.
So the first ones I cross through because they don't have any gaps, and the other ones you leave alone.
Yep. Okay.
So it's the same again, just go through that line, and if you can show me at the end, so just cross out the good ones, the ones that haven't got anything wrong with them. Brilliant. Can you show that to the camera as well, so I can see? Great, thank you very much. So that's it. That's just a practice so you understand the task. So it'll always be the task to just cross through the good hearts. So in your practice should now be also a page that has a whole bunch of them on there. Yeah, there's another practice. You can just skip through that one. Here you go. That's the one we need. I'm just going to time you, and if you could just start and try and cross through all the hearts, all the good ones without the gap.
Okay.
Yeah, fantastic. So if you could hold this up to the camera again, just so I can see. I might just take a screenshot here as well. Brilliant, thank you. That's it. Okay, but you can angle it back up if you want, so we can see each other again. Good. So I'm going to ask you to send that all back to me. So everything in that pack is coming back to me anyway. So if you just put it to the side. Okay, so for this task, you just have to watch me. You don't need any pieces of paper or any pens. So it's just you and me. And I'm going to ask you to just copy some movements. So I need you to do this with your better hand. Which one is the hand that's stronger, so most able to do things? Or your dominant hand? Yeah, that hand. So we're going for that hand. So it basically means when I lift my hand like this, you should lift that same hand so it's like a mirror. So whatever I'm doing, you're trying to copy me like a mirror. Okay, so I'm going to do 2 positions, and you have to wait until I've done both, and then you can copy me. So just watch and wait, and then I'll copy when I tell you to. So here's the first one, and here's the second. And can you show me the same? Great. Now here's another one. And show me the same. Nice. And then I'm just going to make a position with my fingers. Can you do that for the camera as well in the same way? Yeah. And can you do this? Great. Thank you very much. That's that one done. Good. So for the don't need any pieces of paper, you just need to watch the screen, just watch me in the beginning, and then I'll show you some more things again. So this is about that sentence that I asked you to read. Do you still remember what it said?
Have any of the islands got a key? Thought the colonel sitting on his boat.
All right, great. So I'm just going to share my screen and ask you to have a look at one of those options. So it's this one. Let me click share screen. So actually, if we have to think about which word was in the sentence, one of the words was yacht, hammock, boat, or car. Only one of those was in the sentence. Which one?
Yacht.
It was yacht, yeah. So there's a few more questions about memory. So not about the sentence, but other things we've done in the session. So which picture did you see before? Which one of these?
The hippo.
The hippo, yeah. And which one of these did you see before?
The carrot.
Yeah. And what did you cross out for me?
The heart.
Yeah, a whole page of hearts. And then finally, what did you write down?
Numbers.
Yeah, excellent. Let me just stop sharing again. Great. Now, for the final task, it's a whole bunch of papers that you have. So it's the last bit of papers that you should have. So can you show me again what that looks like for you? So it should hopefully have some circles and some triangles on it. Yes, perfect. So if you put that down in front of you and angle the camera down again so I can see how you're positioning it. Yeah. So for this one, you have to turn it back so the point of the triangle is going up. Yeah, so it's nice and straight. Perfect. So the task here is to connect the circles first. So I'll show you what I mean by sharing my screen. So it's basically, you just have to connect the circles from the largest one to the smallest one. So if you take your pen and just have a go, so ignoring the triangles, connect the circles from the largest one to the smallest one. So next and next, indeed. Great. So if you keep your angle down and just turn over the page and do exactly the same again. So just the circles, large to small. Try and connect them, yeah. Fantastic. So I'm not going to ask you to hold it up to the camera. We'll just do all of the tasks in one go, and then at the end I'll ask you to just show me. So if you go to the next page again, now instead of the circles, we're trying to do the triangles. So only the triangles, but again from large to small. So the biggest triangle first, and then you draw a line to the next one and a line to the next one. Excellent. So if you turn over to the next page again, and here again, you start with the biggest triangle and just draw a line connecting all the triangle shapes. Fantastic. Now to the next page again. Now here's where it gets hard. So you have to now do both shapes and you have to switch between them. So you're alternating between the triangle and the circle. And so you're starting with the biggest triangle, yeah, on your practice page, going to the biggest circle, and then it's the next biggest triangle, and then it's the next biggest circle, and then it's the next triangle. Yeah, so you get it. So they're both going down in size, and you're always alternating, triangle, circle, triangle, circle. So that was the practice page, and now it's going to be the test page. So if you turn it over again, and do the same, starting with the biggest triangle. Nice. Okay, do you want to angle your camera back up so I can see you? Great, so that was the last set. So if you could bunch them all together
Just the shapes.
Yeah, just the trails. And can you just show them to me, just so I can take some screenshots, just in case it goes lost in the post? Yeah, perfect. Yeah, hold on. Yeah, perfect. And that one, thank you. Next one. Yeah. And that one. Yeah, thank you. And that's the last one. Brilliant. That's it. So that was the last task. So we are actually done. So if you take all of those pieces of paper and put them back in the envelope, and then there should be an envelope for you to send it back in that has our address on and everything. So you can just pop it in there, pop it in the post, and then we've got the paper copies as well. All right, thanks so much. Thanks for your time.
No worries.
Bye.